Hello everyone, this is Jeremy and welcome to episode 2 of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock mode. That is a very long pack name. Today we're going to start with our Smeltery here. Let's put it together. Now I only have materials here for the smallest of Smelteries. That is your 1x1x1 baby Smeltery. But once you have a baby Smeltery, it makes it easier to collect or to make seared bricks to make a less baby Smeltery. So, we'll start with the tiniest Smeltery known to man. Please, I need to not put that on the ground. Yes, I'll have to get that block out of the center afterwards. And voila! Tiny little Smeltery. Alright, but before we can use it, we have to give it lava. And before we give it lava, we have to have some way to transport lava. So we have these crucibles, right? And they've been melting our cobblestone down very slowly. But each of them has over a bucket of lava in it. However, to transfer lava, we actually need to make a bucket. And buckets are not made from ingots in this pack. They're made from plates. So right now our only choice to make plates is to make a forge hammer and hammer 2 iron ingots into 1 iron plate. So this uses 5 iron ingots and 2 treated sticks. And the bucket itself takes 3 plates or 6 ingots. So I need to smelt 6 plus 5, 11 iron. But these should be the last 11 pieces of iron that we have to smelt basically in a furnace. Any more we can do in the smeltery, which will give us 2 ingots per piece of ore. 11 iron ingots have been smelted, so we need some sticks. Let's see if I can remember these recipes. I'm so sad that I don't have bookmarks in this version, because I would definitely have bookmarked all these recipes if I had it. Alright, so there we go, 3 iron plates. It also uses durability over forge hammer, so each forge hammer can only make 80 plates. So yeah, making plates the conventional way with the forge hammer kinda sucks. We'll have to come up with a better solution at some point. But we have our bucket trophy. Aha, congratulations. Jimmy, you have made a bucket. Alright, there's actually a lot of detail in that. I think it's a custom made model and all. In any event, now that we have a bucket, we can transport lava from here into our tank, which is here. In fact, the tank itself retains liquid when broken, so you can just move the tank to the lava, although I only have 2 buckets of lava total for now. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll pour, or I'll just put some stone in here for now, I think. In fact, right now, wait, can we melt compressed cobble? Is that possible in this pack? Let's try it. Here it looks like we can. It does take an incredibly long time to melt cobblestone, but this is a bit easier than making grout and then cooking the grout and then making all the stone bricks, whatever, or the seared bricks. So I almost want to make a hopper so that I can automatically feed in the compressed cobblestone when the next piece melts. You know what? Let's do that. I'm gonna cook another 5 dust here. And yeah, if I had cooked these with the previous one, I could have saved a piece of charcoal. Sue me. And I'm going to make a timer as well, so we can automatically, turn on the toggling of the beer faucet here. Aha, simple automation. So, hopper provides compressed cobble into the thing, which melts it. Takes some lava for each one, but lava's free. Now, we're not fully automated here yet, so each time the faucet receives a redstone pulse, it'll toggle state. So if it's off, it'll turn on. If it's on, it'll turn off. That'll cause it to dump it, the molten stuff into the casting basin. I do need another hopper to empty out the casting basin. So I would build that, but I only have 2 pieces of iron ore dust left, I think. Well, wait. No, I have exactly 5. Aha! Which is how much you need for a hopper. I made this hopper, but then I had second thoughts about using it for this. Hoppers are kind of expensive right now. and I discovered that I can feed double compressed cobblestone into here. Now, each piece of double compressed cobble melts into a lot. Well, a little over a bucket of seared stone, but I'm pretty sure it'll fit in here. Right now we have, I don't know exactly how much that is, but this is a single compressed cobble. So I'm pretty sure if one single compressed cobble takes this much space, I can put double compressed in. Anyways, another nice thing about this version of Tinker's Construct is that the casting process is much faster, at least compared to the new version of Tinker's Construct. It still takes a little bit of time and there's no cool animation, but overall the casting process is much faster. Alright, so I'm going to watch this and make sure that this double compress is actually able to melt. If so, I'll just manually pull cobblestone out of there, and I'll use the hopper instead to feed cobblestone into our crucible to have it melt that into lava. It looks like it does have to feed in the top though. Oh, just kidding. My hopper's dislocked by a redstone signal. I'll just say, I'm pretty sure I fed these in the side before. Oh no, it does have to feed in the top. Okay. No big deal. There we go. Aha! Automated crucible. Big moment of truth. Does it fit? It might not. The smeltery might legitimately only have a 1 bucket capacity, in which case it won't fit. In which case I think when this is done, it doesn't melt. I hope that's not what this means right now. Nope, it's totally not going to melt. So, oh well. I guess we do have to do single compressed. At least until I can upgrade my smeltery to be a little bit bigger. Let's uncompress all the double. Once I get enough to make it a 2x2 smeltery, I'll upgrade it to that. And, you know, we'll go from there to 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, yada, yada, yada. With my other diamond, I'm going to make a diamond chisel. Yeah, that's probably a waste of a diamond. But I can use this to... Oh, you can't chisel seared stone into seared bricks in this version. That's a little unfortunate. I need a tinker's chisel? Is there any way to turn seared stone into the brick version in this? Doesn't look like it, huh? Oh, here, if I chisel... Whoopsies. If I chisel it into this... Can I... If I go through with the tinker's chisel enough times, I could turn it into that? Well, that's not worth the trouble. Our smelter is just going to be a mix of 2 different seared stone types then, I guess. Yeah. So be it. Anyways, another side effect of having the bucket is that we can now pick up water buckets. So I can make a true and proper infinite water source, and this will make the production of clay much easier. So I'm making my water source 3x3. I know it's bigger than it has to be, but it fits better in my even-based grid. So there we go. And now to make clay, all I have to do is use the bucket once, instead of having to use the bottle 4 times. It's the small things that make me happy. I can also make a compacting drawer, thank goodness this has a standard recipe, and use that to uncompact my clay. Much easier. Alright, with this I'm just going to make a bit more grout the normal way so I can get my smeltery up to 3x3, because dear gosh, is it making it one piece of seared stone at a time is way too slow. By augmenting our smeltery's work with some more seared brick, we have this mixed smeltery now that has some seared brick, some seared stone, and it can melt 9 items at a time, and it can even fit double compressed cobblestone inside because it can hold 9 buckets. I should have actually considered, can it hold triple compressed? Can you even melt triple compressed? You can melt it, but it's 13 buckets, so I guess the answer is no. Anyways, because I can fit so much in at once, I'm going to move the hopper over to here, where by not falling into the hole, and automatically extract and insert into the chest. Is that it? Facing the right way? I think so. I just need to put our timer back. It's off switch, and now we are truly automate. We truly have automated seared. I guess this only makes seared stone. It makes a lot of it very quickly. Now, as I expand my smeltery, it'll go. Right now, it's 3x3. If I give it one chunk here, like one sub chunk, I guess I can expand it up to 6x6, 5x5. Let's see, I can go 2 more blocks in each direction, right? So I can make it up to a 5x5 smeltery. That's probably plenty big. So let's plan on making a 5x5 by however tall smeltery. Well, our seared stone, oh, it's all melted already. I guess it's while it gets casted. Let's look at the next quest, which is to make gears. So once we have gears, we can get into powered stuff. In fact, this says unlocks 3 quests elsewhere. All right, so a gear cast. This is made by pouring 2 ingots of gold over any type of gear, I believe. So I have a stone gear, and if I melt this, it should give me 2 ingots of gold. There's one more thing I want to do in this smeltery. That is, jump in it for a second. There we go. Ow, that did a lot of damage. I want to put a very thin layer of blood in the smeltery so I can use that as a cutoff. Because blood doesn't pour into anything, in fact, in this version of Minecraft, I don't even think it pours onto casting tables. By putting blood second, I can tell my automation to say, hey, pour all your stuff into here until you reach the blood, then stop. I'm also going to put more gold in there because inevitably I will need more molds. For example, I'll need a ingot mold. Anyways, let's put this here and temporarily turn you off. Or this. Well, this should make our gold cast. Select. All right, turn you back on. And once it's done, pour out the seared stone, I'll upgrade our smeltery. Grab this, and that should complete the quest. All right, so what does that unlock? Mechanica. I believe this is where I want to be next. Yeah. All right, so the first form of power we will produce is from the Survivalist generator. It makes RF from fuel, and it's very fuel efficient. So a single piece of coal will yield 20,000 or 80,000 RF at 5 a tick. So that's a lot of RF, but it's very slow. Still, slow beats having, slowly generating power beats not generating power, right? So I believe I need some type of gear for this, which is why the quest was gated here. Let me take a look. This uses 2 furnaces, so a lot of cobblestone and an iron gear, indeed. All right. The smeltery is now a whopping 5x5, and in fact, it's big enough that I need to put torches on the top to keep mobs from spawning. But I'm actually going to intentionally not light up the inside of the smeltery, so you can't see, but there are yellow X's inside the smeltery. Mobs will spawn in there, and they will automatically take damage because there will always be a fluid in this smeltery. That's the second reason why I put a tiny bit of my blood in here. There will always be fluid in here, and the mobs that spawn in there will automatically take damage. Now, I don't want to spawn any yet because I haven't actually put the torches on the top layer. I want to process one more batch here, and then I can to complete the top row, and then I'll put a cap on it so Endermen that spawn don't teleport out. And this will be our first mini little mob farm. All right, we're all capped up, so I don't know exactly how many blocks tall this is, but for basically the whole game, this is a huge smeltery. Right now I'm processing iron in it because it doubles, and I still don't have I need to process them to make more hoppers, because I need more hoppers for automation. So I'm going to make some iron into ingots and some into gears afterwards. All said, I made 4 iron gears. So let's see about making 4 pistons to go with it. I might be out of redstone. I am. So I guess I have to sift some dust. Dust is the worst to sieve because it requires so many hammering steps. 1 stack of compressed dust later, and got another 30 pieces of redstone. Hopefully that'll be enough for the time being. It definitely will not be enough to get us all the way to sieving automation, but it'll get us partway there. Alright, So with that, now let's see about making these. So I need 4 pistons. All right, what am I missing for this? Oh, I used all my iron to make hammers. I guess I have to process the iron I got from this. Iron. Okay, that's another, what, 30 ingots? It's not bad. Let's try that again. So, there's 4 pistons. I need a bunch of coal, huh? 1, 2, 3 blocks per. And for 4 generators, that's 12 blocks of coal. I guess that means I should stop turning all of my coal into coal coke. Coal coke has longer burn time, but it can't be used for this. Looks like I'm gonna have to sieve some more gravel for more coal. But let's see if we can make 1 right now then. And I need furnaces for the rest. So how much compressed cobble do I have? This is enough. This makes 8 furnaces. Ah, achievement. Alright, well there's our first survivalist generator. So it has a 100,000 RF internal buffer and it takes forever to fill it up. But I'm gonna just go sieve another, let's see, give me 9 stacks of this. And I can go compress it here. I'll sieve another 9 stacks of compressed cobble. And by cobblestone, I totally mean gravel. In total, that brought me up to 61 pieces of coal, which is 6 blocks. I think is 2 more generators. I guess I need to do about another stack to make the last one. Alright. I mean, not like this doesn't give other useful things like diamonds, emeralds, you know, more iron. So it's not like I'm only getting coal out of it. Alright, well, give me 9. Do you even have 9 more stacks? I don't have 9 more stacks of iron. Or not of iron, of cobble. Alright, I'll just, I guess, take all the cobble I have. We need a faster cobble gen later. How much is... I can get a full stack. Perfect. Another stack has been sifted, and that gets us enough coal to make the 4th survivalist generator. Maybe? I put all my redstone away. Alright, let's try that again. The 4th survivalist generator. Huzzah! So now we have 4 of these. Each one makes 5 RF a tick, so 20. In total, they make 20. Now we need some way to move the energy around. My preferred form of all things transportation are the Ender IO conduits, but these aren't happening. These need hardened flux ducts, which need steel and assembly table work, so we're not doing that. I think that means that we have to go with what the quest book recommends, and that is the Buildcraft Kinesis pipes. So there's a couple type of Kinesis pipe. Whoopsies. Kinesis pipe. There are extraction pipes, so the wooden ones, and there's another one that's an extraction pipe, isn't there? Emerald. These can only take energy out of machines, and the rest of the pipes can only put energy into machines or each other. So we're going to need wooden Kinesis pipes, which are very easy to make, thankfully. We'll use these to withdraw energy from our 4 generators, and probably golden pipes to transport energy around. I've expanded our platform a bit more to have more room to build things. Also, it puts me a little bit further away from our Smeltery mob farm, so mobs can hopefully start spawning in there. Alright, so if I place 4 of these, attach them to wooden pipes. Now you see wooden pipes don't even connect to each other, but they do extract energy out of this. So, give each of these a piece of fuel, or a few pieces of fuel. Each piece of fuel lasts 26 minutes, apparently. That's a long time. And right now, the energy is going in to fill the internal buffers of these pipes. So, they do connect to golden pipes, like so. And these golden pipes do connect to each other. So I can just run these along. And any machines, I can put directly on the golden pipes, because golden pipes can insert into machines. The first machines I want to make are an automatic hammer and an automatic sieve. So there's both the regular and a compressed version of the hammer. The compressed version it's just straight up better, but it uses steel and compressed diamond hammers. So that's a bit much for me right now. We're going to start with the normal version, and I might have to process more iron, I suspect. A little while later, I think I'm ready to make the hammer. Or just the auto hammer, because it's not a hammerer for some reason. Anyways, let's set this down over here. Right, let's use this subblock for power generation, so we'll start using power over here. It consumes 40 RF a tick. In fact, I believe it's the exact same amount of energy as the non-compressed, or as the compressed variant. So really, the compressed hammer kind of sucks. But it does automatically hammer. Now, I'm perhaps more interested... Ooh, look, I left a piece of dust on the ground. I'm perhaps more interested in the automatic sieve, because sieving manually totally sucks. The heavy sieve likewise uses some steel, so we're not going to be able to do that, but we can make the regular sieve. So, oopsies. Looks like I need a little bit more iron. Cast that for me, please. Alright, once this is done casting, we can make our automatic sieve. I actually forget which sieve is better in the early game, the automatic sieve from X Astris or the auto sieve from X Compressium. The auto sieve is definitely cooler, and let me show you why. So we just craft as usual. I'm going to bring some snacks with me. I'll take a couple apples. One is for myself, because I'm hungry. I guess two are for myself. But we look here in the sieve. So in the hammer, this is a floating hammer. They're doing its thing, right? In the sieve, there's a dude in there, and when we put something in here to actually be sieved, the little dude works it. It's pretty cool. So it also uses 40 RF a tick, or FE. I guess it's still called RF. 40 RF a tick, and you know it just sieves for you. It has a pretty large internal buffer, although if it fills up, I think it spits items into the world, if memory serves me right. You can feed it with a hopper, but the really cool thing is, if you literally feed food to it, you see that speed boost? The guy works faster because you gave him food. Consumes the same amount of energy, just runs faster. And I believe you can use like a name tag to choose who's in here. So by default, there's a bunch of streamers, YouTubers, whatever, content creators in here. But I think if you have a name tag, you get to choose who you enslave as your little sieve monster. The hammer and sieve we just made is useful, kind of, but it's painfully slow. So I think let's look at upgrading to their compressed versions before we even set up automation for it. So I imagine steel from immersive engineering. Yeah, steel can be made in 1200 ticks in the immersive engineering blast furnace. There's also the railcraft blast furnace, which does it slightly slower. So let's look at making the immersive engineering one, I guess. That is made from blast bricks. So here we have a choice. It's some hardened clay. I guess it's not even called terracotta yet. You have hardened clay, sand, and something in the middle. Blue ender pearls or TNT. So this recipe, I think, was quote-unquote balanced for the non-Skyblock version of this, where you could lead horses into your Tinker's Construct Smeltery to melt them for glue. In the Skyblock version, the glue recipe is significantly more difficult than the others. You can get ender pearls from a mob farm. I've actually been keeping an eye on my Smeltery to see if any endermen have spawned in there. Endermen melt into ender or resident ender directly in this version, so I haven't gotten any to spawn yet. So given that, because we don't have either of those options, we'll just use TNT. TNT is very simple because I have a whole bunch of gunpowder from sifting. Turns out I had exactly the right amount of well, not exactly, but just the right amount of gunpowder to make 7 TNT, which, if my math is correct, is exactly the right amount of TNT to make 28 blast bricks, but we need 27. So I'll set it up here right next to our coke oven. So it's just another 3x3. This time it's solid. The railcraft one is hollow. The immersive engineering one is solid. So yeah, you end up with a leftover piece. Oh well. And then to form this one into a multi-block, we need an engineer's hammer. I should have made sure I could craft this before I made those blast bricks. Let's see. Yeah, that looks fine. Good. One engineer's hammer. Aha! Nice. So if I want to turn this iron into steel, I just need some coal coke. And have at it. So I should put more. I should get more coke crafting. So how much? Oh, here's more coke. Do I have any coal? I have 50 pieces. That'll do. And there we go. So it's something like 1.5 pieces of coal coke per piece of steel, I think. I'm gonna let one piece process and I'll see exactly how much. Maybe it's 1-to-1. Yeah, it's looking a lot like it's just about 1 piece of coal coke per steel ingot. So it's actually a pretty good deal. It's going to take... let's start with the sieve. Automatically sieving, I think, is a lot more valuable than automatic hammering. So I think the automatic sieve needs a little over... let me see exactly how much it is. I think it's a little bit over 2 blocks. So auto heavy sieve. Yeah, 2 blocks and 2 ingots. Processing all this steel is going to take a little while. So why don't we wrap up today's episode here? It will be a little bit shorter than usual, but you'll live. And we'll come back next time, put this steel to use, and build out our automated ore sifter system. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.